guy who drops me off is a long-haul driver hauling pallets of pop or soda, depending on where you're from. Name's Kenny. Real talkative. Breath like truck stop coffee and menthols. Dalemar's his last delivery before he turns around and heads back east. He offers me a bottle of water and says, "Good luck out there, kid," like I'm about to go into a war zone. He doesn't know how close he is. I walk 3 blocks into town, shoelace untied, bag digging into my shoulder. No one looks at me twice. They got their own problems this morning. Dalemar is bigger than the places I usually end up. There's a downtown strip, a bowling alley, even a used bookstore with actual customers. Feels like a town where people remember your name or hold on to it like a secret. I find a booth in a diner called Patty's. Vinyl seats, slightly sticky. Waitress refills my cup before I ask. The coffee's terrible. I drink it anyway. I'm on my second sip when I hear the booth behind me. The words drift in low, but not low enough.
They're saying the kids started cutting themselves. One lit his hand on fire. God, are they gonna be okay? Sheriff says it was some kind of new party drug. I don't know. It's messed up. Like one of them tried to bury their head through the windshield, smiling while he did it.
I've heard of things like this. Something that feeds, that gets pleasure from your pain. It doesn't just make you suffer. It makes you want to. The more you hurt yourself, the more it feels, the more it craves. It wasn't the kid smiling that night. It was the entity. I leave a couple of bills on the counter and start walking. Nobody stops me. Nobody asks who I am. That's the thing about being a drifter. People assume you're someone else's problem, which works for me. I follow the road out past the library, then past the cemetery, until the pavement turns to dirt. That's where the woods begin. And the cops. It's late morning by the time I reach the old campground. They've got the place taped off. Yellow ribbon like a cheap gift. A couple of officers, one news van, locals standing around like they're watching a house fire. I hang back, but not too far.
We believe it was a contaminated batch of synthetic pills, maybe homemade. We've got paramedics monitoring all the teens. A few are still critical, but they're stable now.
Were they violent toward others or just themselves?
At this time, it looks like the injuries were self-inflicted. We're still waiting on toxicology.
I've seen overdoses. I've seen mass psychosis. This isn't that. The air feels wrong here, like it's been bruised, like the trees are holding their breath. I inch closer, just enough to get a look. The fire pit is still warm. Blood covers shattered glass, skin and hair embedded in the trees. Even what looks like chunks of flesh and blood across the wood's grass floor. A deputy turns and walks toward me. I don't run. I just act like I'm curious.
You need to stay behind the line, sir. Scene's closed.
I nod. Step back. But not before I see it. Burned into a tree just beyond the caution tape. I can barely make it out. Looks like a marionette. The symbol of the puppet. Damn. These teams had no choice. They were controlled. The real question is, who's pulling the strings? I'll come back tonight. When the tape's gone. When the trees forget I was here. If I'm right, whatever did this, it's not finished. I don't sleep. Come to think of it, I don't remember the last time I slept. So I head to the local motel, one of those roadside places with flickering vacancy signs and curtains that don't quite close all the way. I pay in cash, get a key that's more rust than metal, and hole up in a room that smells like bleach and regret. I sit on the edge of the bed and pull out the notebook. It's mine, I think. Truth is, I don't remember when I got it. Just that I've always had it. And it's always helped me. It isn't ordinary. It feels like it's a part of me. I write in it, and sometimes it writes back. I begin to draw the marionette symbol from the woods. As soon as I finish, words start to form, and it reads as follows. Summoned by ritual, anchored through sigils, draws strength from proximity and psychological exposure, manipulates perception. It doesn't feed like most things. It directs, it compels, it makes you want to hurt yourself because your pain is its pleasure. I stare at the page for a long time. Then I ask the question I've been avoiding. How do I stop it? The page begins to shift, the ink pulling into new lines, but I don't read it aloud. Whatever the notebook says, it's not something I think I'm prepared to do. At least not yet.